That is some great shit. That is some great syncopation. That's Brahms level.
Today we're reacting to EXO's very first comeback after Mama, and it's called Wolf. Even though they won their very first award with this song, people had really strong opinions on it, so they received a lot of backlash. It was written and produced by Kenzie, and straight from Wikipedia, Wolf is, quote, described as a dubstep-inspired hip-hop song that tells a tragic story between a werewolf and a beauty.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm so ready!
Let's just dive in. Let's just do it.
See what the world has to offer. 3, 2, 1.
Unrequited werewolf love. Didn't know that was how my night was gonna go.
Wow.
I feel like I'm already watching like a modern theater piece.
Alto flute
Me
or
trying to
bass
play flute.
Alto or bass flute?
Oh.
Wow.
It sounds like a cricket. That's
cool.
like the ostinato.
It does.
That's
The cricket
interesting.
synth.
This is different. I'll say that at least.
This is amazing. Yeah. It's all mainstream sounds, but it sounds like no other K-pop song.
Major? Okay, cool.
Where did that just come from?
I don't like melodies either. Melody is overrated. I just want to go.
Oh my god.
It's like, rah! It's just so loud right now. It's the werewolf. Okay, coming to get you.
It's a straight dubstep song. It's straight dubstep.
Honestly, like pretty scary in a way.
Oh, it's a song now.
This is the first time we've had like a good melody, and you notice that like the bass drops out really, so that's like a higher synth.
What is happening with the harmonies?
Yeah, I like that.
No, I like it, but I'm just like, what?
Who is singing with them? Is it themselves, like re-recorded?
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Excellent. Ooh, the little major that you barely can detect.
I like how you can really hear the different voices like equally. There's no hierarchy.
That is some great shit. That is some great syncopation. That's Brahms level.
I like how they're all yelling. Making me feel weird to listen to, but I don't dislike it.
You know, technically this can be considered cluster music. Because they go from harmonic stuff to just, hey, but in different vague pitches. Yeah, there's something almost like contemporary classical music about this. Oh my god, that piano is the eargasm that I needed.
Danger is happening. That's what this music means. That piano, ostinato right now. Danger. Foreshadowing. Someone about to get bit. This is like, the piano is like a reminder that they have emotions because it's like a softer timbre. So like even though he's a wolf, he's like soft on the inside.
Oh, that's
I love that.
excellent harmony.
Yeah.
Very well mixed voices just there. Very good, actually. That was really good.
I kind of expected that to go somewhere else.
Yeah, me too. I didn't expect it to come back.
Somewhere more
It's
like breathtaking.
Ooh, it speeds up.
He's just going for all them high notes.
Dreads Man is the group hottie. I'm just telling you now. If you don't know.
Oh, we got that flute coming back now.
But
we've
over the
also
synth.
yeah.
Yeah, at the same time. Ooh. That's cool.
That was intense.
I love that piece. I mean song.
Here's what I will say. I thoroughly enjoyed that. However, I don't think that I can ever listen to it ever again. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was so much And it was just like so hyped, and there were all these super unexpected things that happened, but it was so much. So it was like, it was cool to listen to, like a first listen kind of thing, and you get that effect of all these surprising elements that you don't think are gonna happen, and they come out of nowhere and you don't know where it's going. It's a very unpredictable song, but I don't think that I can ever listen to it again. It is so much.
I would say this song is, since it is less poppy and less like giving to like the common person's ears, like you're listening to the radio, like if this turned on and be like, oh, interesting. But I think
my car now.
you accidentally crashed your car because it's so intense. But seeing it with the music video, it really makes sense as a music video. I have a hard time imagining this as like
A song.
like a #1 hit because it doesn't pander to like a lot of things pop songs do.
This is interesting. I can totally say that's controversial just because like it's so weird. If you have the expectation that they're going to have a very cohesive, well put together song, then you're going to be thoroughly disappointed by this. But if you're going into it with an open mind, you can find that it's actually like really cool. And how they layer in the different parts. So you have like chorus and a bridge and like all the verses. And at the end, they started layering them all on top of each other so that you could pick out literally the 5 different things to listen to for a little while. And then they just did the chorus again. That's how they ended it. But like, that was cool. Very cool.
There was so little melodic content that it barely even qualified as a song. Okay, it was a music video.
Dubstep, dude.
I know.
Give it
that's
a break.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. It was just noises, right? Like it wasn't really about melody, and like there was underlying harmony that was cool. And so I can appreciate the perspective of like once I actually sat down and was like, okay, what's happening here? That there are things that are like, oh, I wouldn't have expected that from a pop song. But like there are just layers and layers of things that are just completely either distracting or downright silly, like that I just couldn't possibly get through in order to understand that musical content. Like it just was far too busy.
There's like certain music where if you have a musical intent, it'll sound good despite people's musical preferences, but if you're taking a musical genre and it doesn't really have a clear musical drive to it when you're trying to do that and be original at the same time, then it doesn't really have an audience that suits it well. And that's kind of just how it ended up there.
What do you think about that song overall musically? And why?
It was weird. It was a lot for my ears to handle. I was very distracted by the wolf noise.
It was a mashing up of a lot of different genres, which
Yeah.
can be good.
I think for it being dubstep, if it wanted to go down that route, there should have been like more dubstepness. And
There needed to be
it
more
was too
dub in their
basic
step.
Of a step for the dub. The rapping, it was very aggressive. I felt attacked.
Very aggressive. It was hyper aggressive. There was no beauty, there was only beast.
Right. Oh my god.
It felt like slightly less obnoxiously dubstep, which I think it can get into that realm if you overdo it. So I thought it was very tasteful the way they incorporated the dubstep sound. And it retained the integrity of their voices because it wasn't overpowering.
They really blended the timbre of their voices, like with the dubstep and like the synth kind of timbre. Like they definitely did change it a little bit to like blend, which is a good thing. And then that one time when they had that little piano thing where like it was like really soft piano over like the synth, and it was just like such a contrast because it was like the soft beautiful timbre within like the harsher timbre, and it just really showed how he feels probably.
I mean, there were a lot of like weird timbre changes at strange times. Like, you know, it would be rapping and then it would be rapping in triplets and then it would be rapping really quickly, and then suddenly some guy would be like singing his heart out and like hitting high notes, and then there'd be piano and
like I think that's like more interesting than when it's the same timbre the whole time.
yeah, but it felt very scattered to me. It
That's
didn't
true.
feel unified.
You know, so I use the word bangers a lot in music, and I call everything a banger. But this and Big Bang's Fantastic Baby are probably the 2 true bangers of K-pop. Like they're just so pure in their banging quality. I mean, this is an overgeneralization. I'm sure there are other songs that I will hear. Like Audrey Nice is a banger, but it doesn't bang us like this, where it's just the modern industrial type sound. It's the industrial side of EDM music, and they just bring it out. It's cold, it's kind of cruel and savage, but it just hits so hard. This is Wolf.
Yeah, it was like very rough on the edges in terms of hitting each one of the beats, or when they sing, it's like very abrupt or interrupted. I don't know, I felt like it was a little bit cliche, a little bit.
I'm gonna get corny for a second. I think this song has a soul. Because right from the beginning, I was saying how this is definitely typical stuff, but for some reason it does not sound cliche to my ears. And I think that's because I could sense the song had a purpose. I could sense that the song, the moment it started, it was going to go 110% on this thing that they started. And it did not fail to deliver. And if for some reason I just knew the moment it started. And so every moment was just very pure and very fresh for me.
Hello everyone, I'm Emiel and I'm the channel runner of ReacttotheK. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're curious about the videos that we'll be reacting to in the future, I put a link to a doc with our release schedule in the description. Last but not least, if you'd like to support our channel, you can help us out by pledging any amount you would like on our Patreon. On Patreon, you can get access to full unedited pair reaction playlists, reactions to Japanese releases, and much more. And of course, a huge shout out and thank you to our superstar patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Bye.